Cool. Good evening, friends. Recording just started. So let us start with the notebook number 2 on immediate basis. I've already shared the link with all of you. So let's get to work. Perfect. So friends, you've got the notebooks. Give me a quick confirmation. Sabko notebook mil gaya? Give me a quick confirmation. Yes, no. Notebook with you all people? Gagan will also come in. Hi, Gagan. Good evening. Great. So lots of people have got the notebook. Fantastic. Chali, let's get to work. So friends, today's problem statements are little trickier. They may seem very simple, but they're not simple. Please trust me, they're not simple. They may seem very simple. So let's start a session today with a math geometry problem. I have a task in front of you. You've got a right angle triangle. Okay. You have got a line which is cutting the hypotenuse into two halves. So AM is equal to MC. ये दोनों equal है. You can see this arrow mark, that means these two are equal. So this line here, you can call it as a median. This line can be called as a median. This median here is dividing the hypotenuse into two equal halves. It has already been given to you that ABC is a right angle triangle. It is visible to our eyes also at the point B. Therefore, the angle ABC will be 90 degrees. Common sense. Anybody, even a child, can say that Rocky sir, AC is a hypotenuse, AB and BC are other two sides of the triangle. You are given with the length of AB and BC. You need to find what is the angle MBC. What is the angle MBC through your program? Oh, how will you do that? Cool. Before you actually enter into this problem, let's get the geometry clear now. Friends, when somebody is giving you a right angle triangle, there is a very simple thumb rule. The median which intersects or cuts the hypotenuse into two equal points will always be perpendicular. Remember this, will always be perpendicular to the hypotenuse. That is the first thing. Second, this median will always have the same length as the half of the hypotenuse. So if this hypotenuse, let me say this is A, this is B, and this is C, and this is D, then AB and BD will always be same. You can check your geometry theorems to later on verify. Okay. And similarly, BC, this one, BC and BD will also be equal. So if AB and BD are equal, vice versa, BC and BD are also equal, then in that case, I think you should agree with me that this triangle here is a isosceles triangle because it has two sides which are equal. Guys, how many of you are aware of the fact that the angles opposite to similar sides are same? Are you aware of it? Angles opposite to similar sides are same. That's the rule of isosceles triangle. I hope you're aware about it. In case if you are aware about it, then if I say this is the angle, let's say A, and this is the angle, let's say B. So A and B angles are same. Cool. Similarly, even this is a hypotenuse triangle. So therefore, this particular angle D will be the same as this particular angle C. So if the question is asking me that you find the angle, now start correlating. Question क्या बोल रहा है आपको? You find the angle theta, or rather find the angle MBC. Then this angle theta MBC will actually be equal to the angle MCB. मतलब ये वाला, ये भी थीटा ही होगा फिर. समझो जरा, अगर ये आपका आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल है, तो अगर ये थीटा है तो ये भी थीटा ही होगा ना, isn't it? So instead of concentrating on finding this angle, I will rather dig my head to find this angle. That is going to be simple, yaar. The question says you are given the length AB and BC. Now, let me see how good is your school geometry. Rather, I should use the word how good is your school trigonometry. Let me see how good it is. Anybody can tell me? If I ask like a small child to you, what is sine theta? What will you answer? Opposite on adjacent or adjacent on opposite? Or maybe opposite on hypotenuse. क्या होता है sine theta? Please answer. What is sine theta?
Opposite by hypotenuse.
Perfect. Opposite by hypotenuse. Excellent. Cos theta obviously would be adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Now let me test your knowledge a bit more. Friends, what is tan theta?
Opposite by
What is
adjacent.
tan? Perfect. Opposite by adjacent. बहुत बढ़िया. Very nice. Because tan theta, to be very honest, is sine upon cos. So the denominators will get cancelled. Bacha opposite upon adjacent, which is coming here. Okay. Now, what we have is the value of the opposite side and the adjacent side. What we don't have is the angle theta. I think I have a solution. If I take a tan inverse of this, then these two tan elements will get cut. What will be left out is theta is equal to tan inverse of opposite by adjacent. Ah, that's right, Rocky. Now, if this is right to you, then to get the angle theta, I need to find out, is there a function called tan inverse in Python? Yes, there is. There is a ready-made function for doing that work for us in Python, and it is called as tan inverse. We say it as tan inverse, but written as a tan. That means arc tan. And by the way, whatever formulas I explained to you right now, a bit of that information is given here on this helpful resource which I'm sharing with you right now. Don't worry, when I give you your coding time, your me time, that time you should be scanning the other things, not now. Okay, right now I want your concentration on my screen. So friends, to code this, we will have to import math library. Okay, and once you import the math library, we go ahead accepting the input, because the question says that I'm supposed to give him the side length for AB as well as for the side BC. Okay, right? So what I'm doing exactly is I'm accepting the length of the side BC. You know very well, friends, all inputs accepted by the input functions are always in string format. So it is our responsibility to convert the input into an integer. And that is exactly what I'm doing now. Okay, I'm converting it into an integer. Friends, just out of my concern, I'm asking, is my audio coming in very, very clear? I hope my audio is coming in clear. There is no problems in my audio. Is it coming clear, friends? Please let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming clear? Okay, cool. I move on further, friends, to now I'm going to cascade a lot of things. Okay, I'm going to cascade a lot of things. I will do math.tan, where tan basically means arc tan. As you can see, the drop down has already come. I have to use the function of tan and tan2, both are similar functions. Tan2 is a version 2 of tan. That is the only difference. So I'm going to use the version 2. Tan means tan inverse, nothing big about it. Right? It is a tan inverse function. Okay, what parameters I need to give? I need to give two parameters to it. I have to give two parameters to it. One is the side AB, other is the side BC. So why you say AB first? Because, my friends, to this particular angle theta, remember I told you, this theta and this theta is same. Therefore, to find this angle theta, the opposite side is AB and adjacent side is BC. Therefore, I'm taking a tan inverse of BC. Now, under this very thing first. This guy, I'm putting a comment here. I'm putting this in comment. This guy returns answer in radians. Now, for people who have forgotten their basic math or geometry, radians क्या था, degrees क्या था, सुना था लेकिन याद नहीं आ रहा है, no problem. Once the session gets over, you know that there are some things which you have to learn on yourself also. So you have to back what is radians and what is degrees, and difference between them, and how to convert from radians to degrees. To convert from radians to degrees, it is no big deal. There is a ready-made function available to you in Python called math.degrees. So I can give this entire input to it and it will get converted. If you think that you want to kind of keep this input in a variable, you are welcome. I can keep this variable or my answer, let's say answer in radians, into a variable called answer underscore rad, and I'm converting this answer underscore rad into answer underscore degrees. Okay, right? I'm trying to break this up into very small steps. So what I'm doing now, I'm converting into degrees. I know, right? I'm converting into degrees. Now what? After converting into degrees, I still don't want the output to be, if you look at back here, it said in the examples that if the angle is 56.5, make it 57. 56.49, make it 56. This is rounding effect. Absolutely. This is rounding effect. Right. So as regards the rounding effect, we can use the round function to achieve our rounding effect. What have I had to round? क्या round करना है? Answer underscore degrees को round करना है. Can I save it back and answer degrees? Yes, why not? Why to keep taking too many variables? I'm just rounding it, na? And I'm saving it back in the variable. That's okay, cool. Okay, what next? After doing that, I want the answer to be displayed in the form of an integer. So what I'm doing is, I will do one small thing here only. After rounding, I don't want the answer to be 56.0 degree. Please notice. The answer here is not coming 56.0 after rounding. It is coming 56 degree only. Understand this. There is no dot 0 degree. 56.0 nahi hai, 57.0 nahi hai. So I have to convert my answer into an integer. And I hope you're able to understand the gist of it. So I'm converting into an integer. Now what? Now the trick part comes. I want to show the symbol of degree also. That's not easy, huh? You want to show the symbol of degree. See this. Degree symbol kaise leke aaoge? In Python, friends, there is all the characters internally get printed as Unicode characters. So you first convert this into a string, then you concat it. Unicode, listen to me carefully, Unicode is written as \u, and the Unicode for degrees is written as 00B0. You'll say 00B0. सुना नहीं है? ठीक है, नहीं सुना है तो एक काम करते, let me take this here and dump it on Google and just check what is this. Let us check what is this. And in the meantime, what happened? It's working a little sluggish. Google shouldn't take so much of time to respond, right? I don't know why it's not responding. Could you please check this on my behalf? Could you please check this on my behalf? What is Unicode character 00B0? Could you please check this on my behalf, friends? See, does it means, I'm recalling that it means degrees, degree symbol. Can anybody verify it for me, please?
It's a degree symbol, sir.
Degree symbol? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So I tried running one task, as you could see. Please notice I just tried running one task on my code. I entered 10 for the length of the first side, 10 for the next side, got 45 degrees. So the code is working correct. I am going to punch this code up till this point to all of you. Okay, but I want little work to be done by your end also. आगे का part आप type करोगे. Great. Okay, Om Prakash is asking what is rad. Rad means radians. Peer help can be given. Peer group will please help. Om Prakash, I just mentioned that you need to go back to your basic geometries, school day geometries, and understand difference between degrees and radians. I'm sure most of you would have forgotten that. Right, so everyone is having 2 minutes to type the part of the code which I'm highlighting here and get the code running. 2 minutes, everyone. So my class, how is it going? Vijay is super fast. He's like Avengers. He's already typed the code and got it running. Fantastic. Waiting for other responses. Yeah, Sarojit, you have punched your one-line code. Are you having a difficulty in it? Math.degrees is converting from radians to degrees.
Sir, it was by mistake, sir.
No
It's
problem. No problem. No problem. Class, if anyone is having, be honest to yourself. Anyone is having any problem in understanding the logic of the code, you're most welcome to ask me. Please. In the next 1 minute, I'll be proceeding to the next problem. So you have 1 more minute to finish with the code. And I'm holding. Yeah. Om Prakash, you please to come to audio once. स्वरजीत आपका ऑडियो ऑन है, प्लीज बंद कीजिए. ओम प्रकाश, कम टू ऑडियो. Yeah, but then you need to tell me, which point is unclear to you. Anyway, so fundamentally, Om Prakash, what we're doing here is we are trying to use some formula of geometry, or rather understand the geometry principle that in a right angle triangle, when we have this line, which is basically dividing the hypotenuse into two parts, it ends up making two isosceles triangles. The one isosceles triangle is here, AMB, this one. In isosceles triangle, this particular side AM and MB is same. Therefore, this angle and the angle on this side will obviously be the same. The other isosceles triangle getting formed is BM and MC. Therefore, this angle here and this angle here will also be same. So instead of finding this theta angle, I'm saying everyone to find this theta angle. And this theta angle can easily be found out. How? Because you know the length of the adjacent side BC. You know the length of the opposite side AB. So the basic fundamental aspect is, I asked everybody what is sine, what is cos, everybody answered. Then I asked tan theta, everybody answered tan theta, Rocky sir, is opposite divided by adjacent. I told okay. What I know is opposite side value. What I know is adjacent side value. What I don't know is theta. So I'm taking tan inverse, this two will get cancelled. What you're left out of is only with the term theta. Accordingly, you're left only with one term theta. So theta is equal to tan inverse of opposite divided by adjacent. And that is exactly what I've done in the formula here. Tan inverse is written in the code as a tan, that means arc tan. Tan inverse को कैसे बोलते हैं? Arc tan, ARC, arc tan in Python. And given opposite comma adjacent. So this is done, but the answer returned is always in radians. So we're converting radians into degrees. We are rounding because the question is asking us to round. See, question is asking us to round the answer and show. So we are rounding it. After rounding, I don't want to say 56.0 or 57.0 or 45.0 देखना नहीं है मुझे. Therefore, after rounding, I converted to integer. And last, I converted into a string so that I could concat the symbol of degree. This is a symbol of a degree, this one. Unicode character. Okay, right? Om Prakash, I hope you have understood this. Plus, the session is getting recorded. So you will be able to hear my first explanation also when I'm going to send the recording to you by tomorrow. Okay, right. Cool. So friends, now, I hope you have understood this. We're running out of time. We need to move fast to the task 5. And I'm moving on to the task 5. Welcome, Om Prakash. Welcome. Great. So now, as regard the task 5, I have a humble request to Swarajit to please come to audio to please read the task 5 problem.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
You are given a spreadsheet that contains a list of N athletes and their details such as age, height, weight, and so on. You are required to sort the data based on the kth attribute and print the final resulting table. Follow the example given below for better understanding. So here we are given an example of rank, age, height, and there with the age type we are sorting out the data according to the age. And note that the k is indexed from 0 to m minus 1, where m is the number of attributes. Note, if two attributes are the same for different rows, for example, if two athletes are of the same age, print the row that appeared first in the input.
Yeah. So that's it. So friends, now Sarojit read the question very clearly. What I understand is this kind of tabular data is given to you. Let's say this data which is given to you has details of 5 athletes, and total you're having 3 attributes: rank, age, and height. Consider the rank to be the 0th attribute, age to be the first attribute. Therefore, when you give k equal to 1, it considered the age column, and height to be the second attribute. So जब आपने कहा कि आपको सॉर्ट करना है on k equal to 1, तो उसने age पर सॉर्ट किया. नोटिस कीजिए एज पर सॉर्ट हुई है डेटा on you can see the data in ascending order going from the least value to the highest value. Okay, now how is the input to be given? The first line will contain n and m separated by a space. So if I enter 5 space 3, 5 means I want to get details for 5 players, and 3 means I want to get 3 details for each player. I want to get 3 attributes for each player. So what details I have here? 10, 2, 5, 7, 1, 0 are details of the athletes. So 10, 7, 9, 1, 6. This the rows which I'm highlighting. First one, second, third, fourth, and fifth are details of 5 players. And you want to sort on which attribute? 1. Sorting an attribute 1 means you're sorting on these values 2, 1, 9, 23 and 5. इस पर sort कर रहे हो आप 2, 1, 9, 23 and 5. इन पर आप sort कर रहे हो. देखो sort इन पर ही हुआ है. 1 आया, फिर 2, फिर 5, फिर 9 and फिर 23. Okay. Now this code is not going to be so simple. So if I give you time to code, then probably you will exhaust all the time. So I'm going to code slow and steady along with you, and I'm going to also ask you questions, and I want lots of people in my batch. Come on now, be active. You want me to send adrak wali chai from here? Should I send a cup of tea from my home to all of you? No, no, you will have tea at your own end, no? So I want you to wake up now, please, and go on answering these questions. Friends, whatever input I am giving, my program is supposed to accept what all? Accept क्या करना है मेरे प्रोग्राम को? Accepting what? I have to accept n and m, where n is the number of players and m is the number of attributes. Do you agree? Yes or no? हाँ या नहीं? Agree? ठीक है. Cool. Everybody agrees to this. Fine. So the very first thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to print so that the layman is able to understand that he's supposed to give me 2 values. So I'm asking him, give me values for n and m. Now I'm assuming that the person knows n or m kya hai. But I'm not going to explain him n is so and so, m is so and so. No, let's not put the print statement so descriptive also. That's okay. You and I both know, friends, we use the input function to accept input from the outside world. Now, whatever input you are going to accept from the outside world, let me dump it into a variable as string n underscore m. That means I have a input accepted and the input is coming into a string variable. So somebody asked me, "Arey Rocky, क्यों आप यहाँ पर print करते हो? We are intelligent students. You can directly put it here." I told, okay, so sorry. So input function में ही आपने सवाल पूछ लिया, give me values for n and m, and those values are coming to you in the variable strnm. But please remember, it's a string after all. It is still a string. I need 2 integers to work on. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will take this string, perform a split function over 8, and after I split, I will get 2 values, right? I'll get 2 values, but let's make things a little quick. So I'm having 2 variables on my left, n and m, but the problem is I don't want the values to be a string format. मतलब ये complete string था, split होने के बाद भी वो string ही रहेगा, convert थोड़ी हो जाएगा integer में अपने आप से. हाँ सर, हमको integer में convert करना है, correct. So for that you need to learn one more function called map. What is the map function supposed to do in Python? Map function will apply this integer function over every output of the split. Okay, understand this again. आपने input क्या दिया मुझे? 5 and 3. 5 athletes, 3 players, space separated. This whole thing was given as one single string. It was accepted as one single string. All this data got accepted as one single string and came in the variable str underscore n underscore m. फिर मैंने क्या किया? मैंने split किया. Split करने पर क्या होगा? You will get 2 strings. one string is 5, other string is 3. Now this string 5 here and this string 3 here, इन दोनों को मुझे इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट करना है. There is one hard way of doing it. Hard way of doing it is you apply int function separately to the variable m and you apply the int function separately to n variable. दोनों variables को separately apply करो. आज 2 variables है तो आप कर लोगे. कल 20 variables होता तो you will write 20 times like this. Isn't this foolishness? Yes sir, it is foolishness. So how do you automate this work? To automate this work, you use the map function. To automate this work, you use the map function. Now because you are using the map function, I repeat, because you're using the map function, therefore what I notice here is int. I repeat my words, I use the word int and int is being applied, map function, int is being applied to this data here. Int is being applied to this data here. I think this is cool. This is straightforward. This is simple. I don't see any challenge here. So this is like a loop, map function like a loop. He applies into every split data. Because you have 2 split datas, therefore you are getting ready integers in the variable n and m. I hope up till now things are going clear. What is my next step? क्या चाहिए आपको यूजर से और? Rocky sir, I want details of the athlete, right? You want row-wise details of each player. Athlete means player. Okay, cool. So the user is going to enter the details. Yes sir, he will enter. Again, whatever details is going to enter is not going to be so simple. No, it's not going to be so simple, because please appreciate the fact that he is going to enter details attributes wise. So I have to create a list of attribute values. This code may look a little tricky to you at the moment, but once I explain to you, it will be very, very easy. Please trust me. It will be very, very easy. First, let me build the code in front of you. I'm applying an integer over input.split. So I'm directly accepting the input. So what I'm going to get is the input, the complete row. मुझे पूरा row मिलेगा. In one go, I'll get the whole row. जिसको मैं split कर रहा हूँ. Okay? And while I'm splitting this data, I'm going to have a for loop here. I'll tell you what this for loop does. Give me a little time, please. Range n. Okay, I know this code looks very clumsy. You'll say, what the hell have you done, Rocky? I know that. You can scold me in your minds, but don't scold me like this. Please have patience. I'll tell you what I have done. Okay, so I have set up a for loop here. This for loop is going to run for n number of times. Kitni baar? N number of times. Okay, so this for loop is going to run for n number of times, jahan where I have n means 5, na? N means 5 because there are 5 players, so, or 6 players, or whatever number you enter. Suppose you enter 5, 3. So there are 5 players. So this for loop is going to run for 5 times. Okay, each time, whatever detail I've got for the player, assume that the first player details which I've got is 10 to 5. This is completely coming as a string to me. So 10 to 5, this input function is accepted. उसको आपने split किया, है ना? Split करने के बाद आपने map किया. मैप का मतलब क्या हुआ? हर नंबर को 10, 2 और 5 को आपने इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट किया, एंड देन यू मेड अ लिस्ट ऑफ इंटीजर्स एंड यू हैव केप्ट इट इन द वेरिएबल attributes list. So technically speaking, if I were to show you through a diagram, ये देखो, if I look at as a as a this thing, so this whole thing will come like this: 10, 2, 5. ये एक लिस्ट बना. दूसरा होगा 7, 1, 0. Like this, you are making a list of attributes. So you're getting a list of attributes. That means every player's details is stored as a list. So attributes list is actually list of list. एक outer list है, इसके अंदर individual player के details एक list में stored है. ठीक है? Now what? ऑब्वियसली विल से अरे रॉकी सर अब तो एक ही बात बाकी बची, उसको सॉर्ट करना है। हाँ, सॉर्ट सॉरी कर सकते हो। वैसे सॉर्ट करने के पहले दोस्तों, सॉर्ट करने के पहले आपको यूजर से पूछना तो पड़ेगा ना कि on what attribute he wants to sort. So I think I need to ask the value of कौन सा कॉलम, कॉलम नंबर क्या है, यूजर से पूछना पड़ेगा ना यार, राइट? सो आई विल से प्रिंट what enter the column to sort. ओके, enter the column to sort. हम यूजर को पूछ रहे हैं कौन से कॉलम पर भैया आपको सॉर्ट करना है, और यूजर मुझे कुछ इनपुट देगा, वापस उस इनपुट को मैं इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट करूंगा। इनपुट में कैसे लूंगा, इनपुट फंक्शन से ही तो इनपुट लेते हैं, और कैसे लेते हैं, है ना? तो इनपुट फंक्शन से हम इनपुट लेंगे, उसे इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट करेंगे और वेरिएबल के में उसको स्टोर कर देंगे। ठीक है, राइट? नाउ व्हाट, नाउ टेल मी वन वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन आई एम आस्किंग यू। आई एम आस्किंग यू a very simple and a stupid question, and I need all of your inputs, everyone here. In 5,3, then I'm giving details for 5 players and 3 attributes. This is what it means. If I enter 4,6, that means I'm giving details of 4 players and 6 attributes for each player. Cool. My question to you is now is, if there are only 3 attributes for a player, then what is the index values you are allowed to enter? What are the index values that you're allowed to enter? Is it 1 2 3 or is it 0 1 2? बहुत अच्छे, ब्यूटिफुल, गगन, विजय, बहुत अच्छे, Sarojit, very good, 0 1 2, correct. Tomorrow if somebody enters 6 or 8, Aisha, Sarojit, do you agree it is correct? If I enter 6, I want to sort on 6th column, is it possible?
No, sir. Sixth column. How is it possible?
Correct. How is it possible? बिल्कुल, मन कहता है हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल, लेकिन प्रोग्राम चेक नहीं करेगा तो फिर मन और प्रोग्राम साथ में नहीं चल रहे। तो इसके लिए मन और प्रोग्राम को साथ में रखा करो। तो आई नीड टू चेक दैट वैल्यू बाय यूजिंग इफ स्ट्रक्चर। वेरी गुड माय क्लास, वेरी गुड, दैट्स माय क्लास, फैंटास्टिक। लॉजिकली सोचना मतलब रॉकेट सर के क्लास में आप आ गए। सो आप सॉर्ट कर रहे हो यहाँ पर, व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज सॉर्टिंग on the what, on the kth index, sorting on the kth index. So we're sorting on the kth index. How to do that? Patience, you will do that. First of all, my entire list is stored in the variable attributes list. I'm going to sort on this, so I'm going to use a sort function over 8. But because see, by default what happens, no, by default sorting will always happen on the very first number. ये जो पहला नंबर है ना यहाँ पर 10 7 9, ये पहले नंबर पर ही सॉर्ट करेगा। मुझे वो नहीं चाहिए, मुझे सॉर्ट चाहिए उस कॉलम पर जिसका की वैल्यू आपने मुझे k में दिया है। मैं चेक कर चुका हूँ k is less than m। हाँ सी, तो I can very confidently say that I want to sort on the key. You have to extra code a lambda function. Lambda, I'll tell you what is attr, थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखो, colon attr is the value of k. I'll tell you what it is. Give me a second. Now what has happened here is, instead of using the variable attribute here, you could use any variable here. Fundamentally what is this? Is a row. This is a row. This is a row actually which you're fetching. I'll put it as row of k. That probably would be more understandable. Okay, so what we're doing here is attributes list dot sort will first pick up data row by row. Pehla row kya hai? 10 2 5 is the first row. Look here, 10 2 5 is the first row, is the first list. ठीक है, ये पहला लिस्ट आपने उठा लिया जी सर, उठा लिया। After picking up this whole row, it comes in the variable row, and you're saying that row of k, if k is 1, you're telling me row of 1, which means technically that instead of sorting by default on 10, which is the first element, I'm sorting it on 2 because this is the index 0, this is the index 1, and this is the index 2. So index 1 पर कौन है, 2 है, यहाँ इंडेक्स 1 पर कौन है, 1 है, ऐसे। तो जो एलिमेंट इंडेक्स 1 पोजीशन पर आ रहे हैं उनको हम चूज कर रहे हैं और सॉर्ट को कह रहे हैं उन पर सॉर्ट करो। सो की इज इक्वल टू वॉट एवर इज द kth position element. After the sorting is done, the only thing which is left out is no rocket science. It's only printing of the data. So I'm printing my data from this attributes list. Okay, I have to copy paste because many times in Colab the IntelliSense का मतलब होता है वो actually automatically complete करना चाहिए. If I work in Visual Studio Code Editor, this would have automatically got completed. But in Colab it takes hell of a time. So I have to copy paste it. Okay, what I have to do here is I have to only print the value of X. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing the entire row from here into X and I'm printing it. Okay, so think about this. What if you go wrong? मतलब आपने मुझे k की वैल्यू जो दी वो m से ज्यादा थी. Example 6, example 7. I don't have 6, 7 rows. I don't have 6, 7 columns. So obviously k की वैल्यू फिर m से ज्यादा होगी. So this will fail, and I'll come to the else part. In the else part, I'll have to print. Yes, sir. I'll have to print that your range of what column number? Yeah, column number. Column is out of my scope. Obviously, out of scope, no? Right? Right. So let's see how this code works. Whether it works or whether it has an error, I don't know. Let's see this. Okay. I'm not going to give too much. I don't want to. I want to save my time. I'm going to give for 2 players 3 pieces of information. 2 player का 3 pieces of information दे दूंगा. Row wise details for each player. Cool. So I'm entering first 10, 34, 1. Enter. एक बार और. Okay. Now I'm going to enter 1, 2, 34. Into the column to sort. Cool. I want to sort on the column number 1. Look at the output, friends. 1, 2, 34 पहले आ गया because 2 पहले आता है. 10, 34, 1 बाद में आया because 34 बाद में आता है. See, 2 and 34. See this? It got sorted correctly. So my code or my logic worked correctly. Okay. Just to conserve time, I hope you've understood how I built on the code. The objective of these master classes is very straightforward. Is that you understand how logic building happens. Even if I keep teaching you for the whole of my life, still till the time you don't practice, your logic building will not progress. Okay, so it's more important to practice, right? Okay, so I'm giving you some part of the code. मैंने कुछ part of code आपको दिया है और जो part of code मैं highlight कर रहा हूँ मैंने आपको नहीं दिया है. मैं expect करता हूँ दोस्तों आप खुद से code करोगे. Okay, I'll relax for 2-3 minutes. I want you to do it yourself. Maximum 3 minutes. Okay, I'm holding. Thank you. Friends, I just saw my output. I saw my output that I'm getting this list representation. और square brackets भी आ रहा है ना list का. अगर आपको ये स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट्स नहीं चाहिए, if you want only the contents 1 2 34 10 34 1, then you can put asterisk x. Instead of printing x, you print asterisk x. करके देखो, see what happens. You will not see the list वाला symbol नहीं आएगा आपको, आपको केवल अंदर का content आएगा. चेक करो, I am holding. Class, anyone could complete and test the code. कोई भी कंप्लीट करके टेस्ट कर सका कोड को. Please let me know. If you want, I should punch you this piece of code, or if else, I'll do that as well. Just in case अगर आप टाइपिंग करने में आपको मतलब दिक्कत हो रही है. Sir, I think there is one more error in code. Yeah, Vijay, please come to audio and let me know what is the error in the code. Because my code has already worked. No, I will not punch the code again.
Sir, the thing
Yes.
is like we have given the if condition, right? It should be k less than equal to m, no? Because whenever I am giving the index to, it's giving me the else part printing out of it.
Else part, m barabar, correct. Because m we are accepting here. No, how can that be possible? M is 3, na? 2 comma 3. Suppose for example I am going to enter details. No, in my case I am entering 2 comma 3. There are 3 attributes, so m is going to be holding 3, so k has to be less than 3. It can't be equal to 3, because 0 1 2 चाहिए ना मुझे. तो you would have entered 2 comma 2, or maybe second parameter would have been 2.
Sorry, sir, I have taken the second as a
Right.
column.
Yes, exactly, understood. Gagan has finished his coding. That's fantastic. So for all the students who are not able to code at the speed at which I have done, I have already given you 5 minutes. आप इसको देखकर भी कोड नहीं कर पाए. I have already punched this over the chat. Please वहां से पिकअप कीजिए और कोड को ट्राई कीजिए. मैं होल्ड करता हूं. Yes, how many more people have finished? Friends, हमें आगे भी बढ़ना है, हमें यहाँ बैठे नहीं रहना है, आगे बढ़ना है हमें. और कितने को फिनिश हो गया? Yes, come on, give me an update. Vijay, Aisha, Swarajit. I'm wondering what went wrong. Aisha is yet not reported as done. Aisha got stuck somewhere. You are maintaining the pace. क्या हो गया अभी? Okay, so I'm assuming that everybody has the code and nothing to worry about. You will obviously be getting the recording as well tomorrow morning. So as the key takeaways of the course. So just in case if you couldn't do it right now, you could do it later on. Please make sure, friends, of do go through this particular LinkedIn post. Okay, please do see the LinkedIn post. These are all our students who have got trained, and many of them have got upgrades in their jobs. They have got good foreign university admits, and they've acknowledged it on LinkedIn as well. So please look at all this stuff. Okay, right? So there are 3 LinkedIn posts created over here. Please do have a look. People complain na कि working professionals कैसे करेंगे? Read the story of Rakhi Kundu. There is a YouTube video also for her, and there is a LinkedIn post also where I've congratulated her. Please read her true story. You will really feel motivated. Okay, you can actually study a lot along with your work, and she is a mother also. Okay, anyway, coming back to class assignments, out of this I'm going to solve one, and I'm going to leave one as a complete homework. I'm repeating my words. I'm going to solve only one now, and I'm going to leave the other one as a complete homework. Okay, so I want you to do it yourself. The other one should be done by yourself. Okay, great. So let's have a look. For this, I would be humbly requesting Vijay to please come on audio to take the lead to read this question number 1. Vijay, please.
Okay, sure, sir. So the question is like, you are given some input and you are required to check whether they are valid mobile numbers. A valid mobile number is a 10-digit number starting with a 7, 8, or 9. For that, hint is given. Use the function as regex, that is regular expression. So is it quite enough, or should I read the?
Yeah, no, that's enough. That's enough. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Right. So friends, question is very straightforward. आपको regex use करना है. I'll tell you what regex is. Regex basically means a regular expression. It will make things faster for you to check any input, whether it's a proper email ID, whether it's a proper mobile number. Check करने के लिए regex is very quick. It's available to you in JavaScript, in Python, in Java, many languages. Regex is available. Okay, right. So let's say that you have been given 2 inputs. The first number is going to be how many mobile inputs will be given. Okay, the first number is going to be how many mobile inputs is going to be given. Okay, and once you give me the mobile inputs, I'll tell you yes if the mobile input is correct, and I'll tell you no if the mobile input is not correct. Okay, so this is the output expected. Now, friends, there are a lot of regex. If people who have already bought my Python coding course, and I'm sure many of you have purchased it, if you still think that, sir, I'm in 2 minds whether I should buy the Python coding course or not, I have learned Python from here, from there. Okay, I would still advise you to buy the Python coding course, is because of the fact that you get it at a very great discount price. If you want me to share the code with you, the code comes here your way. You can use this code SUVN80, SUVN80, and you can buy the course at 80% discount. So that comes to you like almost free. You're getting 77 topics in your entire course. Okay, so you've attended the master classes last week and this week, and you have got a complete idea how problem solving can happen. Regex is explained in my videos, so you can have a look at what regex is. Just to give you an idea what regex I'll be using now. Friends, by using regex, like \D, I can check for any digit. \W, I can check for any word character. So and a backslash s, I can check for spaces. So what I need here is a backslash d, जहां d का मतलब होता है any valid digit from 0 to 9. प्लस एक और चीज है, मुझे ये भी चेक करना है कि क्या मेरा नंबर स्टार्ट होता है from either a 7 or a 8 or a 9. See when you see this ना 7, 8 और 9 या A, B या C, तो आपको इसको रखना पड़ता है स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में. लेकिन अभी जरा मन में पूछो, अपने मन में पूछो, रॉकी सर आपने कहा कि मेरा नंबर स्टार्ट होना चाहिए, स्टार्ट को कैसे कैप्चर करोगे? स्टार्ट को कैप्चर करते हो ये सिंबल से, ये सिंबल दिख रहा है आपको, ये सिंबल्स हम कैप्चर करते हैं, इसको कैरेट सिंबल बोलते हैं. कैरेट सिंबल, ये कैरेट सिंबल का मतलब होता है स्टार्ट्स विथ. क्या मतलब होता है इसका? स्टार्ट्स विथ. सो आई वांट टू चेक वेदर माय इनपुट स्टार्ट्स विथ a 7 or a 8 or a 9. बैकस्लैश डी का मतलब डिजिट्स. हाउ मेनी डिजिट्स? सोचो जरा सा, टोटल मोबाइल नंबर का लेंथ कितना होता है? कोई भी कहेगा 10 डिजिट, बट ऑब्वियस, राइट. इफ इट इज 10 डिजिट मोबाइल नंबर, then if one digit is gone in the start, then obviously you can have maximum 9 further digits. Therefore I have brace bracket open, 9, brace bracket close, and I want the number to end with a digit. So backslash d 9 के बाद और कुछ नहीं आना चाहिए. So I am expecting that my number should end with a digit. Cool. So I should start with number 7, 8, 9. Yes, followed with 9 digits, and that's the end. ठीक है. It seems to be a very simple regex. Yes, it is. It is indeed a simple regex. Okay. Right. So how will I build my code? Let's understand. Friends, to use regex, you have to import RE. RE का मतलब होता है regex. You are importing the library regex. Now, you would be noticing that Rocky ji at times you use underscore. क्या मतलब होता है? Friends, when you run a for loop, and your objective is to run only a for loop. Your objective is to just run a for loop. Notice what I am doing very carefully. And I want all of you to give me an explanation over the chat. What am I doing? Please answer. What have I done here? What does this mean? Can anybody answer? What does this mean? Input function is accepting the input. What am I doing here? Please answer. What am I doing in this? I'm accepting the input and doing what, friends? Am I converting it to integer? Absolutely. So after accepting the input, I'm converting it into an integer, and range means I will be picking up every digit. I'll be picking up every digit in this input. So the for loop will run depending upon the number of input digits I have accepted. If I've accepted 5 input digits, then this loop will run for 5 times. But you will say, Rocky, you forgot, आपने underscore डाला है, आपको यहाँ I डालना चाहिए था, N डालना चाहिए था, कुछ वेरिएबल. दोस्तों, मुझे केवल for loop को रन करना है. I repeat my words. मुझे for loop को केवल रन करना है up to the length of the input. I am not interested in the input. मुझे लेना देना नहीं, मुझे इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है इनपुट में कि मेरा इनपुट जो है वो 5 है, 7 है या 8 है, मुझे उसमें कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. Therefore, I'm not capturing the input. I'm putting a underscore here. This is an efficient way of coding. When you don't need the input variable, you can code like this. Okay. Now, I'm making a new variable, mobile number, and I'm accepting the input function here. You'll say, how come? See, friends, what is the first input? It is indicating 2, na? So obviously the first input 2 will be converted to an integer. That means I want to run the outer loop for 2 times, right? What will I do catching hold of the 2? क्या करूंगा मैं? तो मुझे outer loop को 2 बार run करना है. That's it. So I don't need this variable to be first time 0, second time 1. Hence I'm not catching that variable. Okay, what is the next thing doing? Again, I'm accepting another input. What is the next input? This is the actual mobile number, which I'm accepting it in the variable mob number. Now the brain work comes. दोस्तों, brain work आ गया. RE मतलब regex. regex में बहुत सारे functions होते हैं. There is a function in regex called match. So I'm taking the match function. In the match function, we are supposed to give, I repeat, we are supposed to give a raw string. raw string में आप बोल रहे हो मुझे कि मुझे चेक करना है my number starts with 7, 8 और 9. हाँ जी, चेक कर लिया. Followed with digits, how many digits? Followed with up to 9 digits and it should even end with that. ध्यान से सुनो, it should be ending with that. जी सर मान लिया. ठीक है, क्या मैच करना है? हमें मैच करना है MNO, mob NO, mobile number को मैच करना है कि does this mobile number follows this pattern? There can be two answers here. Either it can be yes or it can be a no. There is no rocket science here. So if it is a yes, I repeat, if it is a yes, you see, then it's cool. And if it is a no, it's still cool. I'll say no, right? If it matches, I'll say yes. Doesn't matches, I'll say no. That's what the problem is, no? ये तो problem statement था ना यार, है ना? इसको run करके देखते हैं अभी. I've ran the code. First, I want to enter two mobile numbers. First mobile number is my own mobile number. I am on the group. Everybody knows that. So this is my mobile number. I'm on the group and it starts with 9. So it says me yes. अब मुझे next mobile number enter करना है. I'm entering the next mobile number. Let's say like an artificial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and what 0. And it says no. Why? आपका जो second mobile number है वो 7 या 8 या 9 से begin नहीं करता. Okay, you're with me on this class, you're with me on this. I want all of you to get to coding. Of course, I am giving you some part of the code. I'm giving you about 80% of the code. Come on, code the rest 20%. If के अंदर का part code करो. Everyone get to work. Come on. I'm holding. Fantastic. Vijay is the only person reported as done. Waiting for a few others. I'll wait for 2 more minutes, friends. Saurajit going very good. Wow. Zoya, Sabana, Aisha, Swarajit, you're going excellent. All of you going excellent. Very nice. So I'll just discuss the next problem. Remember, it's a complete homework. You need to figure it out कि आप इसको solve कैसे करोगे खुद से. Okay. So what I would like to tell you is that you need to build the regex for email checking. Why I'm not solving this for all of you is because of a very simple reason. This is solved in my Python course videos. Please go and have a look at the Python course videos. You will see that there is example solved where we are trying to validate how to check email. So if you watch that video and you check this out, you will be able to solve this problem. Okay, so I'm giving you one homework problem, and I'm sure you will not disappoint me. You will be able to do it. I'm again repeating to you, people have not taken the Python course. If they are willing to take it, they can use the code SWAIN80, SWAIN80. It's valid. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it's all valid for this entire week. You can take it and use it for any other courses. I'm not saying this only for Python, any other courses. Okay, now small heads up, friends. Next week, we'll be starting with Java masterclasses. Next week, we'll be starting with Java programming masterclasses. Same way, the way you see it here. Okay, so we people who know Java or are learning Java on our portal are please most welcome to get exposure to how you can solve technical problems by using Java. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed the two masterclasses of Python, and your feedbacks are going to motivate me. How will you give me the feedbacks? Okay, you can give me your feedback right now. Okay, and whenever I create a LinkedIn post, maybe in the near future when I do so, you can please write your comments there. Okay, right? So friends, I thank all of you for coming in. I wish you a good night. I hope you enjoyed the session. So did you enjoy it? आपको मजा आया इस तरीके के टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस में?